to turn on the style and made several great chances. Wes Lamont did well here. Linfield's only real threat came from a long-range effort by Pat Fenlon. His shot just sweeping past the post. No problems for Tim Dalton. 5 minutes from the break, Bangor hit the Blues at the double. Peter Beattie set up Johnny McGee in the 6-yard line and he hammered it home. The Blues were reeling, and seconds later it was 2. A corner from Conor McCaffrey, and Peter Beattie met the ball with power to head home. Consolation for the Englishman who was sent off last week in Bangor's European defeat. 2-0 at half-time. Linfield never looked like getting back into it. It was a deserved win for Nigel Best's men.
McElroy. Nell with the header. Haylock. Haylock still. Only the keeper to beat. But cleared again by Muskelly. It's McElroy to Haylock again. McElroy to Philip Nell. Gets the header. And that's just over the crossbar. No, Bailey's firm at the back, but he's given it away. Jackie Coulter, but McElroy wins it back. A bit scrappy at the moment. But that's through to Brian Robson. Tries the shot and scores. Well, what an opportunistic goal from Brian Robson. That's Philip Nell to Stephen Beattie. Haylock, Gorman and Fenlon in the middle. Might come to Haylock and has. But taken on by Philip Nell. Here's Gary Haylock. Still Gary Haylock. Jesse Gorman's in the middle if he can find him. Does find him, and Jesse Gorman scored! Linfield take the lead with about 15 minutes remaining. Gary Haylock's cross and the back flick from Gorman. Here's Raymond Campbell. 4 up for Linfield. Lovely skill by Campbell. That's Gary Haylock, tries the shot and scores! Looking for Smith at the near post. McConnell. Oh! And Derek Swan hit the bar for Glentoran. Here's Smith. 5 up in the box for Glentoran. That's a lovely save by Wes Lamont. Well, that's most certainly the best chance of the game so far. Donal O'Brien's header it was. And Lamont made an excellent diving save to his left. McBride's made a run, but he opts to use Smith. Should come back to Lennox. O'Brien with the header, and another great save by Wes Lamont. He'll win the chase. Just McBride does, it's across the face of the goal mouth. And McConnell manages to get it away. Martindale. Neil calls for it in the middle with a lot of room. So has Lennox on the right. Swan and O'Brien in the middle, comes to Derek Swan. That's a magnificent save by Wes Lamont. But it's back to Cunnington. Here's Lennox. Tries the shot, and another great save by Lamont. Easton to Fenlon. Peebles! And that's a superb goal by Gary Peebles. 11 minutes gone, and it's 1-0 to Linfield. It was a superb cross. Peebles just drifted to the right, managed to get his head to it, and knocked it back across the goal mouth, past the vine, and into the bottom corner.
I think it was probably our first chance that we'd had, and as somebody behind the dugout reminded me, you know, you've only gone up there and scored, but that's what it's all about, you know. And to be fair to Glentoran, I think if they can continue with the spirit and with commitment that they had today, they'll not be down there too long. He has a haircut, he's on form, and he's tremendous. I know he takes a bit of stick from some of the supporters, but we always have a high regard for the big man, and he's come back after being injured at the start of the season and has done a tremendous job for us.
Went in front early on. The ball played through here to Gary Peebles. The Distillery defence seemed to stop looking for offside. Peebles played to the whistle and pushed the ball home. In the 8th minute, Linfield made it 2. A great run this on the wing from Campbell. What a game he had. His first shot in was blocked. His second came back across and was touched in by Gary Haylock. It was 3 after 41 minutes. A super cross in this from Beattie. It was goal all the way. Haylock rose to give Collins no chance. 4 minutes into the second half, it was 4. Raymond Campbell again. A little bit of magic from him and a simple goal for Philip Nell. 62 minutes gone, little Pat Fenlon with a big effort here. The ball flashed into the net of Collins, 5-0 in the end to the Blues.
Train with a firm header, but Easton knocks it forward for Linfield. Haylock tries the first time shot, and that's a superb goal for Linfield. Well, the long ball was launched forward and the Portadown defence just couldn't cope with it. Gary Haylock spotted Lindsay Hamilton off his line, and wasn't that an excellent lob? Gordon Russell. Cunningham does well to keep it in and evades Pat Fenlon. Brian Strain inside the Fraser. To Casey! Magnificent save by Wes Lamont. Back to Russell, who floats in the cross. And a super header, which rebounds off the post. Well, that was a lovely cross from Martin Russell. Doolan took a dive at it, and his header was unlucky not to go in. Alan Dornan under pressure from Martin Russell. Dornan does well to Gorman, who is chopped by Colin Clemo, and he gets the red card for a second bookable offence. Smith manages to keep it in. Inside to Cunningham. Cunningham still. And Lamont makes another fine save. To Fenlon. Out to Nell, who's now switched to this near side. He knocks it forward to Gary Haylock, who's on his own. Haylock! And here's Fenlon for Linfield. Fenlon opts to go on his own. Peebles has made a great run through the middle. So is Gary Haylock. Haylock! 2-0 for Linfield. Free kick for Linfield. Fenlon and Campbell are standing over at the moment. Fenlon floats it inside. Hamilton can't control it, and Gorman makes it free for Linfield. Well, what a mess by the Portadown keeper, and the Dundalk Hawk makes it game, set and match to the Blues.
Obviously delighted to come to Shamrock and win 3-0. Funny enough, I think it was a poor enough performance from us, really. Although in saying that, we've scored 3 goals. The sending off probably changed the game. Big Wes kept us in the game for 2 or 3 great saves. But at the end of the day, we'll run out easy winners.
Points with a well-disciplined display and an opening goal which could be in contention for goal of the season. In the 40th minute, the Korean defence backed off. Raymond Campbell enjoyed loads of space and enjoyed an absolutely sparkling strike. It was a goal well worth watching again, and an effort worthy of winning any match. Korean battled hard in the second half, but in the 59th minute, midfielder Tony Gorman was ordered off for a tackle on John Easton. It was his second red card in the last 4 matches, and arguing with the linesman, well, it won't help his case. Linfield took control after that, and they should have added more, but David Platt was in inspired form, pushing away this blockbuster from Pat Fenlon. The Blues did get their second 3 minutes from the end. Fenlon again involved. He played the through ball, and Peebles was there with the finish. 2-0 in the end of the Blues, and Linfield march on.
Defence of the title at home to lowly odds, expected to be easy fodder for the Blues. And in the second minute, that pre-match thinking seemed to be confirmed when Jeff Spears' intelligent ball released Desi Gorman. He crossed with pinpoint accuracy. Pat Fenlon shot firmly home. An excellent run from the Hawk, an exceptional finish to match. But odds weathered the early storm and in 20 minutes levelled. Chris Collins' free kick was initially cleared, but on the edge of the box lurked Andy Beattie, and his low drive evaded Wes Lamont via a slight deflection off Gary Peebles. The Blues might have eased in front before the break. Gorman stretching to cross just too fiercely for the in-rushing Gary Haylock to get a touch. But it ended 1-1, not the start or performance of champions.